As you know, man, this week we decided to switch things up, man. As you know, and as you may notice, your homeboy is in studio, and like, it's not bad in here, man. Vuyo, Mbali are enjoying life. Accessories, makeup, what's a touch up, please? Okay. So let's jump into this Q&A session. What's the first question? Who am I? Malwandla, Hlekane, born and raised in the east of Johannesburg in Boksburg, specifically Sunwood Park. This is where I became a G. Not really, but yeah, this is where I spent most of my adolescence skitting and walking around barefoot like a lighty. You check, by the time I was meant to go to high school, yeah, you know, I wasn't the best kid. I'd grown up to be a rather fine chap, devilish, but fine. My parents sent me to a farm-style school by the name of Uplands College in White River, just after Nelspruit in Mpumalanga. Needless to say, it's not a farm school anymore. This is where my love for business started, as well as I founded my first company in grade 11, although most of it was off the books. Know what I'm saying? But that's an interesting story for another day. I grew up a little bit more, and then I attended the University of Johannesburg, where I studied a BA in sports communication, and whoop, that's what happened. All I am literally has built up to what I call spring season. So at the beginning of the year, I was coaching at a school whilst I was juggling radio at UJFM. The next thing I graduate, and now I'm an alumni. And I only didn't graduate from books, but I also graduated with other things in terms of my life. School coaching became Supersport United Soccer Schools. UJFM became Soweto TV. I mean, like a flower, it buds and it begins to show, you know, during spring. In summer, it flourishes and it feeds the world. And in autumn, it needs to be wise and store its resources, but also reproduce and sow some seed for the future. In winter, it faces its most difficult challenges. This is the stage I call, in my life, spring season. So what's the next question? When I was a kid, I was chubby and slow. And I wasn't able to do much. In grade 1, a teacher by the name of Mrs. Swain, she was mean, hey, I mean, wow. But part of this meanness, even English is mean. But part of this meanness was her forcing me to run. Next thing, homeboy is losing weight. Now after the weight loss, homeboy is fast. Dog, this puts a smile on homeboy's face, obviously. Why? Because homeboy loves winning. You know, who doesn't love winning, you know? So I joined the athletics team, and then homeboy gets more than 40 medals. Of course, he wins. You know, he tries playing soccer, superstar, winning. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy gets off, you know, starts some golf. What do you expect? Winning. Tennis racket, winning. I mean, he even jumps into the pool, but you know, water there. Anyways, rugby ball, he gets a certificate, winning. Hockey stick, still winning. But yeah, man, you know what it is. So that's where my love for sports started with Mrs. Swain, because at the end of the day, all she wanted was the homeboy to win. Next. Oof. I think I can put it in this way. Think about this, right? A radio journalist, a marketing consultant, and a sports coach. So they all come together to do roles that they've never done before, like producing, editing, and presenting, right? And they basically are tasked to come up with a product that competes at the highest level. So my highlight within all of this is the Gauteng Sports Awards, man. As you guys can see, it's all about glitz, glamour, looking dapper. Some of us need to get a Taylor suit, man, because he's looking fresh. I mean, nominated within its first 9 episodes. Click, click, bang. And my most memorable moment, I would have to say, is indeed presenting. I thought it would be easy, I won't lie. I thought it would be something I'd walk into and just do off the top of my head. And at times, I think it can be, but the fact that one has to put away personal emotion, right, and deliver great product each time. You know, if you're feeling bad or if you're feeling sucky, you still got to come perform. And I believe that's art, you know, and that for me was my most memorable moment. Oh, top quote. I think there's too many, man, but I think I have 2 from the same man, Muhammad Ali. I think the first is, he says, I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. As someone that hates training, I fully embody what that means. Persist, push on, and live like a champion. The second one is, it's just a job. Yeah, he says, it's just a job. Grass grows, birds fly, and waves pound the sand. I beat people. And to me, this meant I must find what my job is. What is that one thing that I do exceptionally well? Let me find it, let me excel in it. And yeah, you know what I mean? Is there still more questions?
Yeah. I think it's the last one.
There's so much. But I think development of sporting codes, that is the main one. We need to rise in terms of local sporting icons. You know, that's something that we really need to do. And, you know, give back to the community. I also want to shine the spotlight on undiscovered sporting codes, you know. And then lastly, be a key contributor to the future and innovation of African sport industry. Thanks for staying tuned to the best show on the planet, Dlala Mzansi. It is indeed on Soweto TV. As mentioned before, there were some great stories and not so great stories this year. But I think let's start off with the best. My favorite news insert. Firstly, I just want to say thanks to Mbali for always doing the most, giving us exciting and opening the show really, really well, man. And I think she's grown from leaps and bounds, man. My favorite insert has to be what I call national players without legal documentation. Imagine.
We teach children and women and abused women and children that have no homes. They literally, from the orphanage, they have no birth certificates. We are struggling. We've got fighters that are fighting in if I tell you, in a black belt division. Youngsters that are fighting in a black belt division, females and males. And they train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays.
Can you imagine that, man? It definitely needs to change. My favorite interview that Vuyo did has to be when he interviewed Lindsay van der Bijl, whereby he did a Cycle for Change initiative that aims on improving reading. So Cycle for Change came to life in 2013 when the founder of the concept, Lindsay van der Bijl, started doing motivational speaking at different high schools and tertiary institutions in and around Gauteng. The aim was to create an event that was powerful, you know, so powerful that they could get the attention of people in the country in order to increase the visibility on the problem that we have, which is reading.
Exciting campaign we are seeing here. Talk to us about it.
So yeah, like you said, it's primarily a reading awareness campaign, but Cycle for Change in itself is a social enterprise, which was established to raise awareness and tackle all the social ills that are facing young people in South Africa and on the continent. But for now, current focus is literacy.
I mean, lastly, my favorite lifestyle. Oof, this was difficult because, you know, man, I'm all for the fun, I'm all for the games, man. It was difficult choosing between fencing, golf, you know, I mean, even Refilo Jani, because that was awesome. So, you know what I said? Let me so much just choose pool once because it was awesome also, you know what I mean? And it was indeed very, very beautiful, man. Two of South Africa's hidden gems, Wetumuraki and Nsova Matonsi, prepared to jet off to Zimbabwe to defend their titles in the African Championships. I mean, Soweto Q Sports, in association with the National Lotteries Commission, had pretty much worked to provide capital and opportunities for pool and snooker development in Soweto. Can you elaborate on your process to becoming a champion? So obviously, you know, SA champion, you know, 3-time, you know, All Africa champion, 8-ball champion, and you know, you're going abroad again. Could you maybe highlight which was the most significant win or the most significant title for you?
Well, okay, from as a youngster, obviously, about to shapa the Takata, which is different. When I know all in one about to shapa these so-called top players, and mostly it's in the adult section. So as a youngster, the grooming, it was so good because they said, no, your achievements, you must plan them.
Yeah, man, that was indeed a lot of fun. But Ish, there's also some bad parts. Check out these bloopers. Yo.
To on. 1 2 1 2.
Riperile, welcome to another lovely edition of the lifestyle section. You know when you see this face, it is indeed one of the first sports to be an Olympic sport, and it was very, very cool that it was there. Welcome back and thank you for welcome. Oh wow, imagine. It's indeed been a great year, man. Who knew one could do and grow so much in such a short space of time, man. Truly diamonds are made under pressure, and Soweto TV is one hell of a pressure cooker. Diamond baby, gold baby, everything fresh, you know what I'm saying? So let's just take another break, Nyana, you know, sip on some water, hey, and take a bathroom break and all of that, man. Make sure you return right back to that seat. Welcome back and thank you for tuning in. As per third segment, it's always about fun, and I'm going to keep it exactly like that. This year, it's for all the peoples. All I do in sports this year is focusing on getting the people that love sport recognized. And that is my one goal. At press conferences, we're going to be doing something a little bit sweeter. I'm going to put you in my pocket, and I'm going to take you everywhere. The all access pass, man. You're going to be at the front row with the Soweto TV sports team. To kickstart that, let's go search for the rising stars that are going to take 2018 to the next level. It's the big 1-8. Know I'm out in the streets looking for the best and the greatest, and I think I found her, Potso Pane. You're an amazing player. You know, I got to watch you at Varsity Cup. Unfortunately, you guys lost in the final, but you are one of the people that got scouted, and you set to go and do amazing things. But first, I just want to find out a little bit about your season. You know, how your season was, and how last year was in terms of football.
Thank you so much, and thank you for supporting us last season. Last year was a really great year of football for me, considering we started off with Sasol League, and on our first game I was really surprised when the coaches made me captain for that game. Considering previous years I haven't really been playing, so we won that game. Actually no, we lost 1-0 to Tuks, and then from there on we started like preparing ourselves really hard because we could see the competition was like really tough. So after Sasol League, we prepared ourselves for USA National Club Championships, which we made it to semi-finals. Unfortunately, we met up with TUT. They are the best. And we lost against them 1-0, and then eventually we had to meet Tuks again so that we can compete for third and fourth position. We lost 1-0 in that. And that really motivated us. It showed us that the Pretoria side is ready to fight, and then we prepared for Varsity Cup. And going forward into Varsity Cup, it was tough, but the team, we did very well. We had great coaching staff, we had great players, everyone was committed. We respected each other, and we were all willing to work, and we felt like champions going into the Varsity Cup tournament. We made it to finals. We played against TUT, and gosh, it was terrible. It was really terrible. But with all that, I got international scouts. And this year, I will be looking forward to going to North Carolina to play at St. Andrews University. But unfortunately, lack of financing on my side is not working out. And I'm hoping to get financing, and I'll be out to represent South Africa in the States.
Geez, that's amazing. That's really amazing. I'm sure a lot of people don't get that, you know, that opportunity to really go and represent South Africa abroad. I just want to take it back to a little bit of our own PSL season. I think you're a supporter of a good team. Black and white, yes?
Definitely.
Yes, the Land of Pirates. So can you just tell me about, you know, a little bit about the PSL season in your eyes, and also, you know, how people can get a hold of you if they want to help you to go to the USA?
Well, you got it right. I'm a big fan of Orlando Pirates. But you know, with Pirates, nothing is ever really confirmed. So I've been getting like a lot of heartbreaks lately. Like Orlando Pirates is so inconsistent. Like so many teams are actually inconsistent in the PSL. Like considering now Bidvest, it's at the bottom of the log. They might get relegated, and they're like one of the great teams, you know. Exactly, but then it's not looking good. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really, really appreciate it. And I really hope more South African players, especially female football players, can be scouted and so that we can go into the national football team.
I'm great, thank you.
Lovely. Cool beans, cool beans. Thank you for inviting me to your lovely home. Obviously, I caught you watching a bit of sports there, and I had to bring you outside. But tell me, who is this lovely lady sitting in front of me?
So I'm Dina Petwe. I'm actually more interested in being behind the scenes as a producer. Look, man, I love sports. I love television. I love making people escape from the reality. I feel as though sports is fun. It's good for your body. It relaxes the mind.
That's amazing that you want to be a producer, because I think there's a big gap within the sporting world when it comes to female producers. But I caught you watching hockey, right? And that's so unusual. Can you tell me a little bit about your love for hockey and the hockey year that we've just had?
It's actually crazy. I'm loving Tyson Nhlungwane at the moment. I think he's amazing at what he's doing. He's taking the country by storm. He's won so many awards. I think he's a big inspiration to so many kids in South Africa, and that sports can actually be a career. You don't just have to play sports for fun with your friends, but you can actually make it a full-time career. I think he's doing pretty good for himself right now.
That's really amazing, actually, because Tyson's my boy. I got to hang out with him a little bit, and he showed me a couple of his amazing skills, and I think he's also going to take this year by storm. But talking about storms, I want to know what is it that you want to do in the industry. You're about to break into the industry. Behind the scenes, you want to be the puppet master. So what is it that you really want to achieve this year?
Look, I'm actually graduating this year, so that's exciting. I'm looking forward to breaking into the industry, actually, but more for the production side of things, behind the scenes. I want to make things, I want to create things, I want to bring them alive to make people feel like they can relate to something, they're not alone. I'm so excited for that, and hopefully everything will work out for the best.
Thank you once again, Janelle, for inviting me to your home. I'm sorry for disturbing you in your relaxing zone and you're busy watching some sports. But man, I really appreciate it, and I think you're going to be one of the producers that's definitely going to take the industry by storm. And I'm excited. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a big year, 2018, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So let me be out. He's long, but I got to get to the beach on the street.
Thank you again.